Welcome back, our crispy critters. You sad saps. I mean that in a loving way, because we're sad.
We're sappy.
We're sappy.
Sappy.
I feel like my body is full of sap.
All the time?
Like from like a dying tree.
I'd like to imagine that like maybe a breast or two are full of sap.
What about like maple syrup? Is maple syrup technically sap?
Yeah.
Cool.
They have to process it a bunch to get it to where it needs to be, but it is sap.
Whoa. What about the nozzles that just go directly into trees?
Yeah, but that when it comes out, it's not maple syrup.
Pretty sure you can drink it out of the tree.
You can drink it, but it's not maple syrup.
It's not.
It's not maple syrup.
It's maple sludge.
It's like to get you have to take those leaves and process them down to.
So maple syrup is what you're saying.
It's Vermont.
Yum.
Vermont.
Whoa, cool. I do line of maple syrup.
Okay.
Should we hold hands the entire time?
Do you want to pray with me?
No.
Pray with me.
About what?
Dear Heavenly Father,
God.
I would like to thank you for absolutely fucking nothing.
Whatever you got, dude. Thank you.
Dude, shut up.
How's your day? What'd you do today?
No. We have far more pressing things to talk
You
about.
never want to talk about your day. People want to hear about your day.
I don't give a fuck about small talk, mundane bullshit like my day. What do you want to hear? We'll get to it eventually.
Chit chat, dude.
Nah,
We're chitting
this
and
ain't
chatting.
chit-chatting.
All right, well.
We gotta give props where props are due.
Who?
My girl ran her own stage
Hey.
at the Dubstep Festival on the big scenic place. It'll go unnamed because we don't do that here.
Yeah, dude, I did it.
Congrats, guy.
Oh.
Obviously. Congrats, dude. That's big time.
Yeah, that was big time. I feel really
How do you
good
feel?
about I feel good about it.
You feel good?
I feel like I know what I want to do better in the future. I feel better after I talked about it to my therapist. And I feel better after being validated by every single person that I asked if everyone hated me.
No artist complained. Your stage looked fine. You had a great time.
That's like a good baseline, right? As long as no artists complain, that's really all you need, right?
As long as the artist is happy, it doesn't fucking matter what anyone else is.
Well, we don't know if they're necessarily happy. I don't know. First couple nights, once the sun went down and it was dark and I could really like see what I was doing, I thought about all of the things that people told me not to do that other people have told me to do.
Like what?
Like I've been told multiple times that you're strobing, like don't strobe too much. It's like too like flash and trash. It's too much. But then I've had people
Listen, sister, stage 3 is flash and trash stage.
Well, and I've had other people tell me like dubstep do strobe. That's your time to do strobe.
Dubstep is like a flash and trash genre.
And I was like, okay. So I was like trying to find something in the middle, overthought everything. Overthought couple other things and then just totally let myself believe that everything was awful and I was going to get fired before the festival even ended. So
well, hopefully your therapist can get you through that because I can't help you there.
She did.
But you did great and you completed your first house gig and that's a big time rush.
It was a big time rush. It was a good time. I had a really good group of guys helping me too. So
and you also went to work literally like 8 hours after you got home. Like a fucking bozo.
Hey, everyone's done it.
No, everyone has done it, but you got to know extra day off.
Everyone who's doing production now, everyone that I know that's doing production now has always, at least at one point in their life, worked minimum 2 jobs, sometimes more. Because it's just
you got to do it, brother.
You just got to do it. It's part of it, and I'm in that zone right now, and that's okay. And
you're part of the gang. You were one of the guys. You were hanging, dude.
Yeah.
Female future.
Yeah.
Can I tell you something that while we were at this dubstep festival, one thing that really angered me about people that play these things, I don't like when people play and then like they do something cool and the song drops and then they turn around. DJs.
What are they doing?
Well, they like play to the camera guy behind them or like look at the friends behind them and they're like, yeah. It's like, my guy?
Yeah.
Don't do that. Every single time you're going to do that?
Yeah.
I think that's super annoying.
I got to tell you, there was a lot of photographers and videographers.
Yeah.
You know, because they want videos, they need content, and I totally support that. And there was a lot of that for sure. There was a lot of microphone usage.
What does that mean?
Like they were talking on the microphone a lot, like every song.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Are you with me? I'm like, okay, they're with you.
It's also funny how like every like, this is my new song. It's like, okay.
Here's my ID with this other person.
This is my social security number. This is my This is my go-to order at Chipotle.
Oh yeah.
We should start a DJ group, and that's what we do. We just start saying crazy ass shit.
Yeah.
This is a recipe to the best chocolate brownies I've ever had in my life.
Yeah, I think that would be great because we would have so much to say, and people care about that just as much as they care about the song they'll probably never hear.
Yeah.
Again.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you're not going to release it.
Hey, guess, and I don't mean to alienate anyone or talk shit to anyone.
We're doing that right now.
It all kind of sounds the same.
You're telling me it wasn't the same song for 72 hours?
I thought they were all just playing one song.
I also, I don't know how they can tell what song is playing.
People can.
Like, they start playing a song which is the exact same start of the other song, and they're like, oh my God, no way he's playing this song. I'm like, what are you hearing that I'm not hearing?
We're getting to that age where we're old.
I don't
What
listen.
are the kids listening to?
I don't listen to that much dubstep. And
I guess we're not really in that field.
Also, if I could get like a breakdown, written or verbal, of the different subgenres of dubstep. So I don't, there's one that sounds strictly like dial-up internet. And I'm pretty sure it's like 40 BPM.
140.
No, I don't know. It was so slow. It was so slow. And it had a lot of sounds.
I know what you're talking about.
It was like dial-up internet,
about.
fax machine.
There's like a down-tempo type shit that,
Tempo is even a stretch.
Yeah.
But and then there's, I don't know what that brand genre is. There's rhythm.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Yeah.
That has high knees. It's like a high knee type of sound.
Know.
And then
I honestly don't know what you mean by
there's
that.
like a regular dubstep.
So 3.
I don't know. I'm sure there was several more because there's 800 kinds of house music. But there was a guy that was, a lot of people really liked him. And then he ended and it was like just killing me to get to the end of his set. It was the longest 50 minutes. And then this other guy came, I'm pretty sure he was from Japan, didn't speak any English. He had a guy that came
Translate.
on that just like was like, I'm whatever, let's go, like kind of like an MC, like just for the first like song or two, and he fucking crushed. He was maybe like 5'6", 140 pounds soaking wet.
We love to hear
He
it.
looked a lot older too, and he just destroyed.
Good for that guy.
It was the guy that he had one logo and the others were cats. And
a polar bear?
No,
different
the
guy?
polar bear was the other guy. He was pretty good.
Yeah.
There was one guy that had only Danny McBride vocals.
You told me about that.
Which was really funny.
This is all a great first experience for you.
I
feel like you ran the gamut here. Like you got highs, you got lows, you got all the subgenres, you got the dirt, you got the dust, you got the cold prison shower.
I'd do it again for sure. I mean, it was definitely not like...
Was it on par with what you thought it was going to be, or was it better or worse?
I think it was actually better than... I was expecting it to be even more like longer days. But like starting at like 3 and then just going, it actually went by pretty fast.
I think last year there was only one person per stage.
Yeah.
And then I also think all the stages ran concurrently from open to close.
Yeah. No,
so last year was fucking long when I ran that stage.
Having them staggered was great.
Yeah.
It was nice to be able to get off and still see other music.
Yeah.
And then, but yeah, it was not that bad. They were long days, but they went by pretty quick.
At the end of it, you worked, what, 3 to 11:30?
3 to 11:30, 2 of the days, and then
that's
3
an 8-hour
to
shift.
10:30.
Would you rather be doing 8 hours where you work now or 8 hours doing that?
8 hours doing that, but I would like...
Boom.
I'd like a chair.
You didn't have a chair. How's your disc?
Oh, my disc is fucked.
Your disc is fine?
My disc is so far from where it's probably
it's a floppy
supposed
disc?
to be. Yeah, it is flopping. It was kind of popping in and out. It's, I think, back to where it was before.
Yeah. You got to keep doing your stretches.
Like
I said, you're getting old, dude. These dubstep festivals are going to be the death of you.
Yeah. But, you make it work. I also feel like I'm not doing my VJ justice because I don't have a great VJ stance where you're wide-legged.
You got to be wide.
Wide-legged and hunched.
Yeah, we're wide-legged people.
From your coccyx just tucked.
Well, you got to get to the table where it makes sense, right? At least for me, it's all function. It's not really stance. I mean, it is stance, but I'm not doing it for fashion.
Yeah.
I got to get, so I don't have to lean over, widen them out.
Yeah. You got to widen them out, and then you got to...
Or get a riser on the table.
Yeah. Well, road cases are a lot lower, and my wrist...
Oh, yeah, you got wrecked.
But, it's part of the gig.
Proud of you, dude.
Thanks, dude. I was pretty proud of myself.
You did the damn thing.
My therapist was proud of me, too. Thank you, doctor.
Doctor. Congrats. That's big.
I took note of some of my favorite shirts at this festival.
What were your favorite ones?
Thank you so much for asking. I'll read you my list. There was a lot. I should have started taking notes the second that I started noticing them, but I didn't. Let's see. Okay, here we go. There was one that just said, "Where the fuck you from?" ? With the state of Florida.
That's pretty on brand for Florida.
Thou shalt sucketh these nuts.
Okay.
In Old English writing.
Okay.
At least 6,000 Wubba Lubba Dub Dub shirts.
Yep.
And other various Rick and Morty shirts.
Yeah.
I love cock.
Oh.
Was one.
Okay.
Just that.
Okay.
And many people with not any shirts. I did see one fully naked girl.
Oh my God.
She had a see-through thong on.
You saw her vagina?
I saw her the beginning of her vagina.
Lip?
Yeah.
What?
No brassiere, no pasties, nothing. Swanging titties, dude. These things were swanging. She was rocking it, dude. It was like 1:30 in the morning. I think that was post-edible, and I was like, is that a vagina?
1:30 in the morning? Wow. That makes perfect sense considering where we were and the type of people that go to those events.
Totally naked.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't think I saw any naked people. I also didn't see many good shirts. Stage 3 is like the 4th floor.
Oh my God, the dreadlocks. The dreadlocks.
The smells.
Oh my gosh.
I saw a totem that was just like it was a big stick. It had a stick of Old Spice on it, and then they had taped a bag of the baby sticks of Old Spice, and on the totem it just said, "Wear me."
Oh, that's great.
Which is great. You're doing a service to these people.
That's really nice of you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, but day 2 and day 3 there was no extra deodorants on there. They probably ran out quickly. Very quickly.
And then those got thrown away immediately and no one ever used them.
Yeah, no, it probably didn't use them. No.
I will say this particular company's festivals, I think, are doing a really good job because they're like handing out waters to everyone.
Yes.
They're handing out waters from the fronts and the sides and like...
That was kind of only your stage though.
Oh, was it? Well, I guess they can't really get to your other stages.
There's too much. There's too many.
Yeah.
It might have been people on the rail. I don't fucking know. It beats when I was at and they were to help these people, they were throwing pouches of emergency like FEMA water.
Yeah.
And they weren't even like handing them to people. They literally were just taking handfuls, chucking them into the crowd.
Yeah.
Like that is supposed to be of any help. I guarantee you 98% of it was just on the floor, trampled. Yeah. They were pulling people out left and right. That is the wildest main stage I have ever seen.
Yeah. Whenever they said to like open up the pit, which was pretty much every other song.
Yep.
Open that shit up.
Open it up.
Open it up.
Let me see your fucking hands.
There was like a security guard, basically just to make sure people don't die, security guard kind of guy that was standing in front of me, and every time they opened that up, he'd have to like watch to see if these 60-pound people were gonna get knocked around. And
have you've been to like metal shows, huh?
I have actually not been to like a proper metal show, no.
I've seen a metal mosh pit. There's this thing going around online where people think that like the dubstep people think their mosh pits are equal, if not greater than a metal mosh pit. And I think they need to relax a little bit, because I've seen plenty of dubstep mosh pits. No one leaves with like a broken arm.
Yeah.
Or like a busted skull. It's just like pushing. Motherfuckers in metal mosh pits are going to sock you in the face.
They'll sock you in the face. They throw their legs around and they like windmill their legs and fucking scissor kick.
What did you just say?
Windmill?
No, I know what you were trying. I know what you were trying to say.
Windmill? They're fucking flinging their extremities around.
It's windmill.
Windmill.
Windmeal?
Windmill.
You're eating wind? You're having a windmeal?
Or like cornmeal?
Cornmeal.
But it's a wind chime?
Okay, well, we're moving on. Yeah, the metal community is up in arms about that. I see it in the Instagram comments, and they're just like, you would not last 2 seconds at a metal show.
No, because they are not. I mean, they'll like help you out if you get like stuck on the floor. They'll pull you out, but they're leaving you in the dust. Like,
oh yeah, they'll pull you up, sock you in the face, and be like, get back in there.
Yeah.
I know people that have lost teeth, broke their jaw, noses, bloodied, all like stretcher type shit.
Yeah, but you go in that mosh pit knowing that you're gonna get fucked up.
Well, exactly. But what I'm saying is dubstep, it's literally just like, let me just bump into you.
Yeah, they're pushing people. It's like for fun, not for violence. Metal mosh pits are for violence.
So one of the artists that I work for has rebranded a mosh pit. Okay. I don't know if you saw. Instead of doing a wall of death, they do a wall of hugs and do-si-dos.
That's cute.
They split the crowd, and then everyone just comes together and just like...
I'm okay with that.
That's pretty great. Because don't get hurt at a show.
Yeah, it's not really...
Unless that's what you want to do.
Yeah.
But you don't need to do that.
No.
It's not necessary for you.
No. I do like the genre, whatever genre of dubstep it is, where it's like dubstep mixed with like a metal, like guitar and metal. Is that what it's called?
I think so.
That sounds right.
Yeah, that's good. It gives you a break.
Yeah.
Because when it gets repetitive.
Well, it's also a melody, so.
It's also like you're at like hour 6 of working straight, and it's the same drum pattern over and over, and you're just like in a trance, and it starts to blend together. You start to you go into the dubstep la la land.
Yeah, my slip disc almost went back in. It was so bored. Crawl back in there. Just kidding, it's still out.
When are you gonna do the same?
It's still in there.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's okay in there. I'm still tired. I want you to know. I'm still...
you haven't recovered. Well, to be fair, you went out the day of that.
I got silly drunk on Tuesday, dude. I was not well.
I like silly drunk.
Oh my God.
That's a good drunk.
I had 2 22-ounce fucking coldies at Dave & Buster's because that's the only size beer they serve.
Oh, can we talk about the prizes at Dave & Buster's? They've really gone downhill. 125 tickets for a fucking fun dip?
Yeah.
Eat my ass, bro. I'm an adult. Just let me buy it from you.
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, they had pistachios in there. Don't give me.
They had a Roomba.
How many tickets?
It was like 10,000 tickets.
It's ridiculous.
Like, imagine you spend all of your time at Dave & Buster's to win games so that you can get a fucking Roomba.
I also really miss the feeling of the stack of
Physical tickets.
And watching them, you know.
There's like no other high like getting a jackpot on that like light game.
Yeah.
And then shit just comes like spitting out for like minutes.
Yeah. That's a great feeling.
And you had just handfuls of tickets. Like, I'm going to buy everything in here, and you can get like a stuffed basketball.
Yeah.
They really need the inflation on, you know,
that's
the
how
ticket.
they get you. You want to know why?
Tickets inflation is what I'm running on. Bring it back.
But, you know, they do that because kids have no concept of money and how much stuff costs. They see that Roomba's like, what, 10,000 tickets? It's like a $200 Roomba for a parent. And they're like, kids like, I want that fucking Roomba.
Yeah.
I need to go play more games. I gotta
they got
go
into the brain of the children.
I need to go buy that CD player. They don't make CDs anymore.
Yeah.
You can't buy that.
Yeah, that's true.
They have no concept. So these parents are fucked.
Yeah, they are fucked. What are they going to do?
Yeah. They can't do anything. You're not going to piss that kid off. I'm not going to piss that kid off.
No. There wasn't that many screaming children there.
It's Tuesday night.
What the fuck does that have to do with anything?
They all go on weeknight or weekend nights. We hit it right at the start of school. These kids aren't going out on school nights anymore.
Fuck them kids. Love that.
Yeah.
That's great.
I don't love that because I got silly drunk at a Dave & Buster's on a Tuesday.
You're white trash for that one. I'll give you that.
Amen, sister.
You are white trash for that one.
22-ounce coldie and then had 2 glasses of Sauv Blanc.
You cannot be stopped.
I can't be stopped. I did take an antacid with a liquid IV. Saved me.
How did that work out?
Worked great. I really did not feel that hungover the next day.
This is your 30s, folks. If you're young and you listen to this, you're in your early 20s and you're having a ball. No heartburn. You got energy. You're waking up in the morning with no hangovers. Cherish every fucking moment of that because I didn't. I thought it was going to be forever.
I remember the first couple times I got really sick when I would
Oh,
wake
you're
up.
a barfer.
I'm a barfer. And I remember those first couple times. It's like, wow, this is really weird. I don't know what's wrong with me. And then it turned into like a period of time where it was pretty much every time I'd get as drunk as I could, I would get super sick the next day.
Yeah.
But I'd do the same fucking thing.
Yeah.
The next weekend.
Well.
Don't do it.
We don't learn.
We don't learn.
We don't learn. Well, I learned.
Yeah,
I learned my lesson.
Yeah.
But also, I've been getting puke drunk since I was like 15.
Yeah.
Consistently, so.
Oh my God, the places that I've barfed.
Rattle them off.
One time I got really drunk. It was summer, but I had summer school the next day, and I ran home. I was across the street at somebody's house. I ran home, laid down, got the spins, turned over, puked all over my room. Like all over my bedside table, carpet, everything was covered in puke. And it was like 9 p.m. and I had to go to summer school the next day and I had to clean it all up.
Did your mom ever find out?
No.
Oh my God, how?
I don't know.
That's so secretive.
Yeah, I barfed and I had to clean all of it up.
Your mom seemed like she would be like tuned in to what the fuck was going on.
I was nervous that she was going to see the towels, but I would like just make up something like, sorry, I got my period.
That's what women have that always in their back pocket.
One time,
it's like, oh, what's going on here? Sorry, just my period.
I came home and I had just smoked a cigarette in my car, and I was definitely not supposed to be smoking. And I was,
of course.
And my dad was getting something out of his car. He's like, why were you spraying so much perfume? Why do you have so much perfume on right now? I was like, I farted in my car and it smelled bad. And he's like, ugh, and walked away. It's like, holy shit, that worked. Oh my God.
That's going to work every fucking time.
Yeah. I just tell my dad I farted or my period's coming. He's literally will abandon me in a mall.
Yeah, he doesn't want to hear all that
He
shit.
doesn't want to hear.
Wow.
If that was my kid, I'd be like, let me fucking smell that fart.
Open the card now, you little bitch.
Let's test out that stinky butt.
It's a good thing we don't want kids because we know the tricks. They would not be able to get away with things.
No, they're not. But I'd also let them do whatever they want, pretty much.
That's not a good way to parent. That's why you're not a parent.
Well, I would let them do enough so that they would do it around me so I knew they were safe and not in the middle of a field doing drugs with people 6 years older than them.
That sounds like it hits close to home.
You got to find the happy medium, which I have not met any parents that have found that, but
there's a middle ground.
Yeah, I met this girl. She was like, she had just turned 21. She didn't really drink. Her parents let her smoke weed throughout high school. She like smokes a lot of weed, but she's like a straight A student, super smart. She's going to Australia to study abroad. She doesn't really care about alcohol because she could drink whenever she wanted as long as she was at home. Mm-hmm. And then she like turned 21, got super sick. She's like, fuck that, and doesn't drink at all. She just smokes weed. She has to do like 6 dabs to feel anything, but
the dabs are getting ridiculous. That shouldn't be a way of smoking weed. No. It is too much THC for your brain at one time.
And I totally did the you kids and your dabs because they were talking about, yeah, we normally smoke dabs. I was like, no, it's too much.
It's too much. You should not be doing that.
You don't need a hot shot of weed in your system.
That's what I'm saying, dude. You got to have like a fucking torch or you got to have some plug-in device that heats up a nail.
A nail.
It's too much. What? I wonder, do you think kids do drugs now still?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
You think so?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think they do.
I don't know. I feel like when it was safe to do drugs back when we were doing drugs. It's not really that safe now.
Yeah, is it chuggy to do drugs? Is it chuggy? That we need to know. If there's any Gen Zers that don't fucking hate us on YouTube.
They all hate us.
They all hate us.
There's no way. There's no people that don't hate us.
Will you tell us if it's lame to do drugs?
Yeah.
I feel like it's not.
No.
But it is not safe. I mean, there's definitely a lot more risk now.
That's what I'm saying. There's fent, doggy, and everything.
Well, and they cut they've always cut pills, but they are cutting pills with crazy stuff now.
Yeah, like what? Why can't they cut it with like mac and cheese or something?
Because that's a food.
You know what I was thinking today when I was having coffee? We were talking about just like capsules and stuff. Like, what if you freeze dried mac and cheese, dusted it up, put it in a capsule, and when you really needed to take the edge off, you just and it's a mac caps.
Hit a mac cap. I think that would be great. What other foods would you do it with?
I'm thinking right now about it, and it would go rotten pretty fast.
Hot dogs.
Those are already kind of big capsules, so I don't think you would need to.
Yeah, but if you freeze dry it, powder that bad boy up, you take it, you got an instant glizzy in your tummy, and you're so stoked the rest of the day.
Please do not say instant glizzy ever again.
Glizzy. Technically, all glizzies are instant.
What does that mean?
You can just eat them. Maybe not.
They're all pre-cooked.
Maybe not.
No, they are.
No.
You can eat cold glizzies.
Beef? Even beef? I used to eat cold turkey hot dogs every day. That's all I would eat. Cold turkey hot dogs. And then sometimes I would heat up one for like 25 seconds.
25 seconds, you just eat that raw?
I would eat it. No, I'd put it in a bun and then I'd douse it in ketchup. Cylindrical bologna, dude.
We've already went over this. Okay? Hot dog roll-ups are a thing of the future. Garland 2024.
Delish.
Would you vote for me?
Tell me about your policies.
Okay, here are my policies. I'm going to go first. First, did you watch the Republican debate?
I've seen bits and pieces of it.
Garbage.
Garbage.
Here's what I'm running on. Here's what I am running on. First and foremost.
Taxes.
You get to choose where it goes. Not fully, but you get to choose somewhat. Like other things that everybody needs, sometimes you get to choose that, but you get to choose where your taxes go.
I mean, if I would really just love a report to see where most of them go.
Military.
The military. And
military.
I feel like politicians' pockets,
dog.
Like I get that our taxes pay.
Secondly, siestas. Bringing them back to the States.
Okay, you want a nap.
I want a 4-hour work, sleep, 4-hour work, big night dinner, sleep.
Does the president get to decide the work week?
This is a good question. And if I become president, I will take over that control. Yes, I will choose.
From independent businesses.
Yeah, I will make sure that
it's illegal to have a 5-day work week.
No, I didn't say that. I said siesta. You get a nap during the day.
What if you don't want to nap?
If you're fucking crazy and you don't want to nap, then you can work through your nap and get off early.
I wouldn't nap.
Because you can't nap.
Can't nap.
Because you got a kooky little brain up top.
Cookies in my brain.
You got a kooky little brain up top.
Okay, what are you going to do for our...
Ask me questions. You're the moderator. Go.
Okay. Mr. President.
Mr. Resident.
What is your plan to do for our roads, bridges, infrastructure?
I'm glad you asked that question. Thank you for asking that question. First things first, I'm going to pave them.
With what?
I'm going to pave them with garbage.
Who's going to pay for it?
I don't fucking know, dude.
Healthcare. What do you want to do with healthcare? What are you going to do about that?
Doctors. Make them.
We got them, dude.
Make the doctors.
No one can afford the doctors.
Buy doctors from other places.
We
need to import doctors.
From where?
I don't know. Where's there more doctors?
Probably nowhere. Canada
doctors?
Canada has lots
They got free healthcare up there.
We have a lot of doctors that are fucking quitting. All specialties all over the place.
Question. How do you choose what you doctor?
They do residencies.
Yeah.
You have to do rounds through all of them.
So you get to taste out every department before you choose.
You have to, yeah. You have to be trained to work a lot of those specialties, and then you can go forward and pick one. I was talking to this douchebag one time while he was talking at me, would not leave me alone.
Okay.
Oh, I don't know if I want to do cardiology or gastroenterology. You get more time off with gastro, and telling me, all about its tummy, its booty hole, it's the whole tract.
It's the whole tract, yeah.
And he's telling me all about his time off and all the vacations he wants to take, but he doesn't want to be on call. And then he took my weed pen from me and got absolutely floored and had to be walked to the bedroom so he could.
I don't want you working anywhere near me, guy.
Oh my God. He thought he was hot shit. I was like, I don't think. He's like, this thing doesn't hit very hard. I was like, I don't think that you should hit it that hard. And then he looked at me. He's like, what is in this thing? I was like, well, you're in med school.
Why is it always the doctors that go the hardest?
Because they're idiots. Just kidding. They're not idiots. He was an idiot.
He was an idiot.
He was just thought he was,
hot shit
because he was in medical school.
How do you land on urologist where you just look at dick and balls all day?
I mean, people really think that the kidneys and the
that's wild to
that
me.
whole tract. I know. I don't like podiatry.
That's what I thought the other day. I was like, how do you land on looking at dick and balls and piss all day?
Doesn't bug them. They think it's whatever it is interesting. They like managing that care. They like whatever procedures that it offers. Like podiatry, I could never work in podiatry.
What? That's for foot?
It's feet. I cannot.
You get a crunchy foot in there, you can't do anything.
They're all crunchy feet. That's why they're there.
We don't play that.
I mean, there's all sorts of crazy fields, but they have to do they have to do rotations and trainings through a lot of stuff. Yeah.
So that you get a little taste of everything.
And then they can pick, and then a lot of them have sub training that they have to do, like fellowship programs.
Is there Dom training?
Surgery. No, there's not. You'll never be a Dom.
I won't?
No, they won't.
Oh.
No. That's the administrators. They're the Doms of each department. The doctors just think that they're Doms.
Yeah, the doctors think that they're Doms, but they're not.
That's admin when they give us pizza parties.
We love a pizza party, though.
It's a running joke.
But it's a Band-Aid.
It's Band-Aid. Thank you so much for working. Don't quit. Here's some pizza.
Here's some cheese bread.
Here's some cheese bread.
Here's some cheese bread. Please don't quit and fucking sue us.
Yeah.
That's interesting. I didn't know that about doctors.
Yeah. There's a lot of family practice doctors apparently are the lowest paid field of clinical doctor. Apparently that is not
family practice. Is that like a GP?
Yeah. Family practice, people that, see pretty much all of it, they don't get paid that much money, and they do literally, I think, the most work, and they have to see a ton of patients.
And a ton of penises, probably.
And a ton of penises. And vaginias.
That's honestly what I gauge doctor, besides surgeons. If you're a doctor, the more dick and balls you have to see and flappy vaginas, the more you should get paid. Honestly. Because
you see enough of them.
Train. The more you have to smell, the more you should be paid.
If you're bothered by smells, you should not have gone into the medical field.
Maybe they're not bothered by it, but they don't like it.
I mean, we'd prefer not to have smells. I'm not a doctor. We would prefer not to have smells.
Message, I'm not a doctor.
I am not a doctor. I don't have a license. Nobody freak out.
Because people got smelly undercarriages.
Well, people go to the doctor when they're unwell. And usually if you are unwell, something probably smells off.
Like your butt?
Like your butt, your feet can smell funny, your vaginier, your breath. You got a halitosis.
Hallie teas.
Yeah. There's lots of smells. You just get used to them.
You smell a lot at your work?
Yeah.
Ugh. Old people smells probably smell worse.
Not all of them. Whoa, I don't have my drink. I don't have a single drink.
Smelly ass old people, dude.
Yeah. People smell, but it's okay.
Has anyone pooped their pants at your work?
Not pooped their pants, but I've been left skitties for sure.
Oh my God. Damn.
Little chocolate stains.
No!
But, it's okay.
Do people come in wearing diapers?
Yeah, all the time.
Oh my gosh. I wanted to get some for myself. If I'm ever pissed drunk, slip one of those babies on.
You were going to tell me about your experience at the doctor's yesterday.
Oh. I'll tell you about it, but I might cut it.
Okay.
So, I'm a pisser.
Okay.
Everyone knows I'm a pisser.
Sure.
I pee a lot.
Yeah.
Wake up in the night, pee a lot. Pee a lot during the day. I'm an anxious person. I got a lot of piss.
Yeah.
Go to the doctor. Obviously.
What specialty?
Urologist, the piss guys.
Okay.
And I go in, we talk about symptoms, and, I'm a delicate guy, right? I'm a real delicate guy. And sensitive. And I was blindsided in that doctor's office room.
By who?
By the doctor.
Why?
Well,
did he look at your pee-pee?
He did, but he also did something else.
What did he do?
That I wasn't prepared for.
Oh my God.
He looks.
Did he touch your prostate?
He says, "Okay, now elbows on the table," and he bent me over a barrel and showed me the 50 states. I left there a victim, okay? I was not prepared for that. I was caught off guard, okay? All in the name of piss.
Your prostate is a huge, important reason as to why you could be peeing more. If you have an overactive prostate.
Yeah.
That's why a lot of old men are on Flomax or Tamsulosin, if you've heard anything about that, which I'm sure you have in your Googlings.
Okay, first of all, don't judge my Googlings, okay?
So what did he say anything about the state of your prostate?
There's a bar in there.
Your prostate? What
that
prostate do?
There's a bar in there. I would like to report that.
Did he lube up his finger at all? He had to.
Yeah, dude. He did.
Yeah.
I am not in prostate checking years, okay? I thought it was going to be I thought they were going to do like maybe an ultrasound or something, or maybe just ask me questions. Mm-mm. And when he said elbows to the table, my heart dropped.
Were you naked already? Or did you just drop trow?
Well, he looked at dick and balls first.
Yeah.
And right after that, he's like, okay, elbows on the table. And I was like.
He strong-armed you, dude.
He did.
Well, better get used to it.
The fuck does that mean?
You're going to have your prostate checked all the time. It's no big deal.
I mean, the first time's a big deal. I'm sure it's not a big deal the second, third, fourth, and on.
You're just going to have your pants down.
But the first time was... The first time was traumatizing.
I'm sorry.
I was not prepared, and I am a changed man because of it.
I'm sorry. I'm going to give you sympathy because it is stressful. It's very vulnerable.
Now I know how it feels to take a rogue thumb where you don't want it, or a rogue finger.
Yeah.
So I respect you.
You so much.
Same. We're simpatico now.
Well, I mean, you also know what it's like to have somebody inside of you and then ask you about your day while you're being told to relax.
As I fucking waddle to go pay for parking, like, what the fuck just happened?
Oh my God. His finger probably wasn't that big.
Oh, I'm a different man because of it, dude. I got PTSD now.
Well, I wouldn't know how you could survive a speculum, so...
Okay, see, now you're minimizing my experience. That's what they do, okay? I am a victim, okay?
You're not a victim. You were a patient, and he did his job, so...
And he did his job. I would like to report that there is nothing wrong with my prostate. He said it's likely a problem with my pelvic floor, and I need to get that locked and loaded.
Is he going to give you pelvic floor therapy? Because I've been trying to get that forever.
Yeah, he wrecked me out to it. I don't know what the fuck that even means. What is a pelvic floor?
Pelvic floor, it's like like when you...
Is that my gooch?
Yeah. Basically.
So they're going to tell me to do Kegels?
Well, there's other exercises
Do
you
they
can
hook
do.
a weight to my gooch and just like let you lift it?
I don't know where they would hook it.
Gooch weights?
No.
A heavy diaper. Gooch.
No. No.
I'm trying to figure out what they're going to do.
They're going to help you strengthen up it's your pelvic floor. It's like what you use like when you push out a poop and when you push out pee really hard, you go, pss, and you have to poop. It's that muscle. And that's why like a lot of women who have had kids have no pelvic floor because the baby just fucking rips that.
Is there a pelvic ceiling?
No, I don't know. Not sure.
I feel like having a pelvic floor would imply that there's also a pelvic ceiling, and maybe like it's a full pelvic home, right? And if that's the case, I would like to remodel my pelvic house so that my pelvic floor, I would like wood flooring.
Maybe imagine it more
floor.
like the pelvic floor is the ground outside and there is no ceiling.
Yeah, but is it like turf or is it like dirt?
Dirt.
I would like to have turf in my pelvic floor.
You can't.
Carpet.
You can't.
Concrete. Oh my God, people with concrete pelvic floors probably can just, hey, take a dunk right now.
No, concrete's probably bad. Nothing's moving.
So we want soft. We want water floor.
We want fluid pelvic floor.
Say fluid. Say fluid pelvic floor 5 times fast.
Fluid pelvic floor, fluid pelvic floor, fluid pelvic floor, fluid pelvic floor, fluid pelvic floor.
Respect you. Can we? I'd like to give you props for remembering the handshake first try yesterday.
Yeah, I panicked.
At the gymnasium.
Mm-hmm.
You fucking did great.
Did that on the fly.
You did that on the fly.
Sure did.
It took you a minute to realize what I was trying to get you to do, but you did it.
I did it. I did my best.
You did your best.
Did my darndest.
I did my darndest. So that's what happened at the fucking urologist earlier.
Wow, I'm really excited for you.
That's why I didn't want you to read the paper, because I thought it was going to say what happened on there on the paper.
Did he put his finger in your butt?
I don't want to talk about it, dude.
Rectal exam.
Okay, we definitely don't want to talk about it when you say it like that.
Good for you. It's good for you to get a check. You know?
It is. I'm not saying it's not good, but it is traumatizing the first time. Now I know what to expect if my elbows need to touch a table.
Yeah.
Is that motherfucker's going inside of me.
I don't know when you have to start actually going for prostate exams.
I think it's 40.
Yeah.
I think 40 is when you got to go regularly, like every year.
We're going to have to be physically separated for when I have to start doing, and when you have to start doing colonoscopies.
Why?
Because you can't eat for like 2 days and you literally have to diarrhea until there's nothing left.
Listen, sister, you've been a front row, front seat passenger too. The way my digestive tract has acted the last year? Ain't no thing.
You can't eat.
Ain't no thing, sister.
You were unpleasant.
Ain't no thing.
It's going to be a thing. Just wait. We'll do an episode just on colonoscopies.
No, we won't do that. I will not do that. That will be unlistenable.
No.
Okay, let's see what we got, dude. Look at what I had on there.
Butthole test. The finger. Which one did he use?
I think middle.
No.
I think so.
He can go into his middle.
How am I supposed to know? I didn't fucking ask him. Literally, it happened, and I was like, get me the fuck out of here now. The second he finished and I had pants on again, I was like, so there's nothing to worry about? Okay, get me out of here.
Did he give you a towel to wipe up? I bet he laughed so hard.
Afterwards, I'm guaranteeing he laughed. Because there's no way he didn't know that was the first time that was going to happen for me in my life.
Wow.
So, look at us.
You could have told him no, but I'm glad you didn't.
There was no telling him no. It wasn't like hey, we can do this.
You sure he was a doctor?
Now that you say it, it was in the parking lot.
He said his name was Tom.
He was wearing a lab coat, but no shirt.
He threw me $40 after.
My doctor isn't.
Well, he sees a lot of buttholes, probably. He sees a lot of buttholes anyway.
He's a butthole and dick and balls guy. Is urologist for women?
Yeah, we have urinary tracts.
No, I know. But, so it's only PP for girls. Is there women urologists?
Probably.
I feel like it's a man's world for that, guys.
They do a lot of snips. That's where you go get snipped.
I almost asked about that. I didn't know if that was the place.
Yeah, that's where they do the snip.
Oh, okay.
Sit on a bag of peas.
Sit on a bag of peas?
Isn't that what they tell
They
you
have
to do?
ice cubes now. We're not in the 1300s.
Bag of peas always works better.
No, it doesn't.
Forms to the shape that it needs to.
No. I found this thing online. It's a bunch of like hypotheticals, and one thing I thought was pretty funny was, what would, if you were me for a day, what would you do?
Off the top of my head, first thing that I would do, swing my dick and balls around and stand up and pee as many times as I could.
Yeah. Well, I pee a lot.
I'd walk around with no shirt on.
Oh.
I would apply for jobs that I'm not qualified for and then get them immediately.
Okay, you didn't need to make this political.
Just kidding. But mainly the dick and balls.
Mainly the dick and balls.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have one.
Okay.
If you could time travel back to any time in the world, what time would you time travel back to?
I can only go backwards?
Yes.
Okay. Probably the 60s.
Why?
I don't know. They seemed like they had fun. There was titties everywhere.
Zoot, zoot, and doo-doo.
No, that was like the 40s and the 20s. Everyone was just naked and on acid and listening to music, and there was no phones, and that sounds pretty cool. But if you go too far back, there was diseases and no drugs.
There's a lot of racism in the 60s. So.
I would be on the good side.
Yeah, I think so.
I would be on the good
I
side.
think you would. I would
hang.
Yeah.
I would hang.
Yeah, it'd be cool.
Yeah.
I think I would die personally if I lived in the 1960s. I think I would really go like Janis Joplin on them and just overdose and die. Is she dead? I'm pretty sure she died.
I don't know. I think she's 27 Club. She's one of the pioneers.
Yeah. You know,
yeah. So you would go 70s?
I would probably.
50s.
I think I would.
No, you listen to Crosby, Stills, and Nash. You would go to that fuck ass time.
70s.
Who else do you listen to? Joni Mitchell.
70s.
Barf.
70s folk, American folk music is so good.
Nah, dude, I'd go to like early Santana, Jimi Hendrix, that kind of rock and roll, early rock and roll type shit.
Would you go to Woodstock?
Acid.
1969 Woodstock.
Obviously, I'd go to Woodstock.
I think I would die. I do. I'm a loose cannon.
You are a loose cannon. You would see back then. Everyone was just openly taking drugs, but to be fair, you didn't have much to worry about. You only had LSD and pot.
And some of the best cocaine that ever existed.
Cocaine
probably
didn't come till the 80s, late 70s, early 80s.
But it was good.
Obviously, and it was like nonchalant.
You
could
gotta
just like
smoke cigarettes everywhere.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah, I feel like I would be pretty If I was the same person that I am now, I would not have a lot of friends.
Yeah.
People would be very, like, they'd hide their children from me.
Yeah.
I showed too much cleavage.
Yeah, you couldn't be a hoe back then. Well, here's the thing. You could be a hoe, but you had to just go full titty out. Yeah. And you were just considered a hippie. Hoes are hippies.
I mean, they were free love, and they were all about having, like, casual sex, and that you don't need to be married. You don't need to be monogamous. You
Hoes
don't.
Are hippies.
Yeah.
But instead of tie-dye now, they wear tube tops and G-strings.
Yeah.
Different uniform, same mindset.
Yeah, they paved the way for a lot of, like, the whole, you know.
Hippies walked so hoes could run.
Yeah. It's true.
We love to, we're making revelations here on the COOP Therapy podcast.
Yeah.
I'm glad we could do that.
Yeah, me too. 70s might not be so great because that was when women still couldn't, like, own property, so couldn't have a credit card.
Okay, here we go. You asked the question, dude.
Well,
you asked the question.
You asked me.
I would I would go back to 2014.
Oh, that was a good year.
It was a great year for us.
Yeah.
We laid the groundwork for where we are now.
Pretty much everything before 2014 I would avidly avoid.
Yeah.
I'm not going back. Not doing it.
You had a rough time, and everyone knows about it, dude.
It's true.
Everyone knows
about it, but not from me, so that was fun.
But the thing is, you're better now.
'Cause I'm better now.
Did we talk about aliens yet?
Probably.
Did we talk about that on the last one?
I don't think so.
The Pentagon saying that, or someone was saying there was the whistleblower. Blow the whistle.
Is he dead? Did he get deaded yet?
He might have.
I don't know how. Like, they got to be so brave to go out and go against a Pentagon.
Well, also, I was thinking about this today. It's crazy to go against, like, billionaire pharmaceutical companies, but Pentagon and, like, the government is also the same thing.
Yeah, like, they are the mafia. They
like
can
Mark Cuban has, like, cost plus drugs where he, like, takes drugs that normally cost thousands of dollars. He just sells them at cost plus a little bit to, like, cover everything.
I love him.
And he's like,
fuck him.
The fucking drug companies probably hate him.
No, they fucking hate him.
And another guy, when I was at a show, he said he worked for one company that they found some cure to something and offered them, like, or I don't want to say the name, I'll bleep that out. Offered him like a B.
Yeah. Oh,
and
yeah.
they said no.
Yeah.
How do you sleep at night?
Yeah.
Because if they're willing to offer you a B, they can pay $100,000 to get you blapped.
Yeah, for sure.
Easily get you blapped.
Yeah, there was a guy.
And your whole operation.
There was a guy who was a chemist, and he was able to make insulin in his, like, garage and, like, sell it to people. And they kept lighting his labs on fire, or they would light on fire. And they would be like, oh, well, you're not supposed to have these labs and you're not supposed to be doing this. But he would do it in a way that, you know, was safe to do. But it wasn't $300 to keep him alive every day, you know?
Do you think they really got aliens?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And aircraft?
I think it's fucking hilarious how not unimpressed, like not surprised, like, oh, there's aliens. We knew that, but we are also burning right now. So
we got other things to worry about.
Oh my God, there's an alien in Las Vegas. We fucking know. Yeah. It's great. I've
been to Las Vegas. I've walked the strip. I've seen them.
Take us, please. Yeah. And now they're like, whoa. You guys are fucked up. We don't want any part of this.
Exactly. They try to give us a little bit of information, and we're like, literally, we just want to be paid.
Like, that alien was probably like double dog dared to come down here and fuck with us, and then got stuck and couldn't get back out the atmosphere.
It's like Finding Nemo. He got Finding Nemo. He touched the butt.
Yeah, he touched the butt.
We're the butt of the universe.
Yeah. And we're like, oh my God, there's an alien. And there's like half the people that are panicking. Half the other people are saying like, no, we knew. And then somehow another half of us who are like, we're all on antidepressants. We don't really give a shit. Just come take us out.
Yeah, exactly. Take us out. Take us out. Kill us or to a nice seafood dinner.
Extraterrestrials are the least of my problems right now.
Yeah. I'm trying to just get to
They're coming through our airways.
I'm trying to get just to terrestrial level.
My God.
How I can't get to extraterrestrial right now.
I am like subterranean right now.
Do you even know what that means? You have no idea what subterranean even means.
I'm subterranean.
I don't know where you're at right now.
I'm
on the fucking water.
I'm on the water right now.
I'm on the water right now, dog.
I just hope these aliens know what's good for them and they stay away. Not because we can take them out, but because they deserve so much better.
Yeah.
They deserve so much better.
Do you think there's another planet that's like us, but like altered universe where like they took the good route?
I do.
And like didn't drop bombs on bitches and like
didn't invent religion.
Yeah, exactly.
I do. I like to think that the aliens have all these little planets.
Like vacation.
They do all these like little
vacation homes.
Yeah, like they have vacation homes, but they also are they were all like kind of experiments and they like threw a bunch of us in, and maybe one planet it worked out really well. Everyone can agree that they shouldn't destroy the only place that they can survive.
Yeah.
And then there's us, and we just shit the fucking bed on every mark.
Yeah, we took the bad way.
Immediately started hating every other person that came in contact with us, and then we invented plastic. So, sorry. We're like, oh, you don't believe in the same thing as me? Fuck you.
Here's
Also,
a Tupperware.
Here's a Tupperware. It's gonna last forever.
That is fucking hilarious.
It's so fucking true.
What do you think? There's a theory out there that says that aliens had something to do with our sped up progression in evolution. Mm-hmm. What do you think?
Probably. What part did they speed up? Us dying faster?
Well, it just says like the time it took for us to go from like primate to human. It's like way faster in like the observing of it now than it's actually happening. And so people theorize that, well, there's a couple theories. People think that it could be mushrooms. People think it could be like people not of this world.
I mean, I don't know. I think, I guess it
I sound like fucking Joe Rogan.
I think it could be, but I also think like, I actually watched a really interesting documentary about people that were before Homo sapiens, and they lived in these caves that were completely dark. There was no light. They were like deep inside like a mountain range, deep inside of the earth. And they found these tunnels that they would go through, and they were like kind of that cross between like the monkeys and the
chimps and humans.
The person. And
like the guy right before the briefcase, like
they found like evidence that they were lighting fires in there, and they were able to bring their dead, and they would bury their dead in these like pits inside where there's no light, and they were still, even if they weren't able to light fires, they were still able to navigate. And those people were before the Homo sapiens.
Dang.
And like the people that invented fire and like hunting and like structure.
They probably had the illest night vision.
That's what they were saying. If you
don't have light in your life, you could see everything.
Yeah, and like their skulls are like very similar. Their like anatomy is very similar to us, but it's like right kind of in the middle. It's really interesting. But I mean, I don't know.
How much pot did you smoke before you?
I was so high watching it. I was violently high.
That's like something that you could only watch after smoking weed.
Brain was like on fire with all this information. I was like, I don't know what any of these people are talking about, but it was very interesting. But I mean, I don't know. I feel like once they invented fire and they figured out a fucking wheel, it was like, well, shit.
Everything's downhill from here.
Yeah. I mean, we are. It's all fun.
We are who we are.
We are who we are, like Kesha said.
You know what? Thank you, Kesha.
Thank you, Kesha. I wonder where Kesha falls on Homo sapiens, you know?
We can ask her. Listen, Kesha, if you're listening, and we know that you are, please weigh in the comments about your thoughts on evolution and Homo sapiens
and aliens.
And aliens and everything.
I mean, I really do think that it's...
You hit that motherfucker. I really do.
I really do.
You heard the term Kesha and you're like, TikTok really do.
There's no way that aliens don't exist.
Yeah. I think I'm in the same boat as you.
There's no way that they don't exist.
It can't exist. The universe is too vast for that not to be a thing. Also, this motherfucker is claiming that they have alien spaceships with technologies that cannot be explained of things of this world.
Sure.
Also, my dog, what's his name?
Joe Rogan.
Bob Lazar. Bob Lazar. That's my guy.
Bobby Lazaro.
Bobby Lazar. He was saying some shit, and then everything ended up being true. Or things are starting to come out that would make his story legitimate.
Why?
It's not all true and proven, but
why? What benefit do you think that the government, like, why do you think that they don't tell us about like all of the alien stuff that they find?
Because aliens debunks religion. Religion is the number one moneymaker. Religion is the number one like moneymaker, and it keeps people distracted. This is foil hat time. Put your foil hat on. Religion is a big distractor of the masses. If they can just think like, oh, God's gonna fix it, then they don't have to hold the government accountable. And that's why religion is so big, or as big as it is.
I really feel like if you are truly or like a religious person and you have all this blind faith, which is, not even a knock. That's like the whole point.
Yeah.
If aliens exist, if I was a religious person, I feel like those two things could exist in the same.
Well, aliens are likely of way more advanced species, which would mean that these people that think the Earth is 6,000 years old are instantly discredited. All of that goes out the window. Everything that they have to think, done.
We'd have to tear down that museum down there.
It's not a museum. It's just a religious getaway spot. But I am all for that.
I want to go. Should we go?
We should go in like demonic clothing and like pentagrams and shit.
They'd have to let us in, right? It's America.
Jesus would let us in.
No, he wouldn't.
Jesus is an alien.
Legitimately. I mean, if you're going to have a sky wizard.
Jesus is a floaty boy, and he's zapping motherfuckers, turning water to wine.
Magic.
He's alien.
He's a witch.
He's a wizard.
You're
a wizard, Jesus.
You're a wizard, Harry.
I just imagine Hagrid being like, you're a wizard, Jesus.
I mean...
Jesus could have been Hogwarts. We can't talk about Jesus. People don't like that.
They don't.
We're going to have Middle Earth coming for us. Not Middle Earth, Middle U.S.
Middle Earth.
The Earth revolves around us, man.
It's flat.
Do you think the Earth is flat?
No.
Do you think it's round?
Yeah.
Do you think it's an oval teen?
I mean, I think it is a little oval.
It's oblong a little bit.
It's a little oblong. Yeah. We got fucking...
Tom Oblong. Of Blink 180.
These titties can be oblong. So can the Earth. It's fine.
No, they're just long. There's no OB.
So my grandma used to say when they asked her her bra size, she'd say 32 long.
No, she did not say that.
She went.
Shout out to that bitch, because she is my favorite.
That was...
Of course it was.
She'd throw those titties over her shoulder.
Wish I got to meet her.
I know. She was the best.
She sounds like a bad bitch.
She was. She didn't fuck around. She played cards with her friends, drink scotch all the time.
She was from Iowa.
Smoked
That's what they did.
She was from the fucking coal mines. She was one of 15. She did not fuck around.
That's when you just had kids as a hobby.
As a workforce.
Yeah,
it was
exactly.
free labor.
Exactly. Anyways, this is episode 27. Do you have a PSA?
Yeah, go get your butthole checked. And loosen up a little bit down there and let them know that you're into it.
No, that's not a sexual experience.
Your butthole. You can get a better feel.
I don't know if I back that advice, no pun intended, but if you are of age and if you have issues with your urinary tract or your D's and your B's, go get it checked.
Also, if you're not of age and you think you're too young to have a problem and you need to get something checked, you are allowed to advocate for yourself to have things checked. Your insurance might not pay for a lot of things.
Go get the fickle finger of fate. It could save your life.
It could. Also, if you
it could have saved mine.
If you got something stinky going on, that nobody cares. We want you to bring your stinky self in and get whatever stinky checked out. We got you. You stinky. It looks weird. You're nervous. Go to the doctor. No one cares. We have no feelings left.
Bam. Make sure to like this video. Make sure to subscribe to our channel.
Smash the subscribe button.
Why does your phone keep going off every time we podcast?
I'm a popular girl.
All right, yeah. Follow us on the social medias at COOP Therapy Pod. Our YouTube is the same. Like it, don't like it, subscribe, unsubscribe. Do whatever the hell you want to. This is a free country.
It's a free country.
And you're allowed to do whatever you want.
And the aliens don't give a fuck.
Also, pipe up with the comments because guess what? We need material for next week, and you whiny little bitches are helpful in that regard.
Tell me about how much you hate me.
Don't say it's sexy like they're going to jerk off to that.
They probably already do.
This has been real. This has been COOP Therapy. Bye.
Bye.